I'm live. I don't think anyone's on yet, so you don't have to see me standing here. But I'm gonna start all my videos now by just standing and smiling. Because when I go to post my video and I look for a still to be the cover of it, only ones I can find are me making funny faces. So I'm just gonna stand here and smile so maybe I can actually get a nice still frame to use for my video. Hey there. Okay, I'll wait for a few more people. I'm live on Facebook. I'm live on Instagram. So when you join, just say hi and let me know where you're watching from. I have 5 pieces I'm gonna show you today. There should be a link, if you're on Facebook, there should be a link in the description of this live where you can click to go purchase any of the paintings that I'm going to talk about today. And if you're on Instagram, you can click on the link in my bio and it'll take you to a page. The very top button is for the live art show for October. So if anybody has any issues with any of those links, you can just message me and I will help you out. I don't have anyone running the computer right now, so if anyone's making comments, I can't see comments on Facebook. I can see Instagram comments though right now. So hopefully, I was gonna have a musical intro tonight. Maybe I'll have a musical outro. My musician disappeared. See if he comes back. I do have a couple guests in the studio right now if you'd like to meet them before we get started. My husband, Matt.
Who?
My lover, Matt. This is Danny, California. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. All right. If you're on Facebook, you can see the ticker that's going across the bottom, and also that we're on number 1, fresh flowers in green glass bottles. This is one of 2 because I painted these to go as a pair, but they don't have to. So this is the first one. See, I painted these so that the flowers gradually fade in color as you go across. But this is the first one. This is on 11 by 14 stretch canvas. It's a gallery wrap. It's 1.5 inches thick. All the sides are painted in this sort of a grayish, bluish faux wood. And I've got these green glass bottles, and they've got sand in them. They've got the little metal clasps holding them to the wood. And then there's a single flower in each one, and it goes from a dark burgundy fading into sort of a coral orange color. And I just love how these bottles turned out with the reflections. It just reminds me of beach glass. I'm zooming in on Instagram right now. I'll zoom in on Facebook. If you click the link, I have several photographs of this painting in close-ups so you can see more of the details. So this has a wire on it, so it's already ready to hang. And like I said, this is one of 2. They don't have to stay in a pair though. I am not particular about them staying together, although they were created to go together. So this is going to be $500 when I add it to my website. It's not currently on my website. After this sale, if it doesn't sell, it's going to be added to my website for $500. Right now, for this show, it's $250. These prices are going to last through Sunday. So this is the original painting. and it's $250. Now the second one to this set, I gotta work the computer. Let me change this. All right, number 2 is the fresh flowers in green glass bottles. 2 of 2. So this is the second one. Same background, same types of bottles. The bottles are a little bit different shapes. They got different colored sand in them. And these flowers go from a darker orange to a light yellow. So I really like how the sand in the bottles turned out. You can see that it's colored sand, but you can still see the green of the bottle and the reflection on the bottle and the metal clasps that are holding the bottle to the wood background. This is also 11 by 14 on an extra thick gallery wrap. This is 1.5 inches thick. All the sides are painted. So it doesn't need to be framed. You can frame it if you want. It also has a wire ready to hang. And this one also will go on my website at $500. For this sale, it's $250. This is the original painting. So once the originals are sold, that's it. The originals will be gone. You would be able to get a reproduction of it. I actually have a sample reproduction on metal of one of these. So if you order from my website, you can get prints made on metal. And that is what this one is. Let me turn it around. You can see it's been printed on metal. It's got these little felt tips here so your wall doesn't get scratched. It's wired also. And it's actually really nice. The details come out really nice on this print. When you compare it to the original, this is a little smaller, but it's really nice. The colors come out just about perfect, actually. That's a metal print. And here's a sample of a wood print. This has got little plastic knobs at the bottom to rest against your wall. It's got a hook here to hang. And you can tell the colors on this are a little bit more faded and muted because this is printed on wood. But all the details are there. The colors just aren't as vibrant when you compare it to the original. But these are just samples of different ways you can order prints from my website. Okay, so that is items 1 and 2. Okay, get rid of these. I'm by myself, so I'm going back to my computer. Hi, Tammy. I saw your note that you said hi. While I'm doing this, I can only see the Instagram comments for now. I can't see the Facebook ones until I go back to the table on my computer. Now we're going to be on number 3. Number 3 is my version, or my version of one of Vincent van Gogh's self-portraits. It's a pretty famous image. I wanted to see if I could paint it, and so I gave it a try. Because his art is in the public domain because of the age. And so artists are allowed to reproduce that art and sell it, as long as I don't try to pass it off as a real Van Gogh. My name is on it. I'm not trying to claim it's a Van Gogh, but it is my painting of Van Gogh's self-portrait. So here this is. This is also 11 by 14 gallery wrapped, 1.5 inch wide sides. All the sides are painted, just like the background. So this does not need framed. It's wired and ready to hang. Let me give you some close-ups of this. See, there's my signature down here. I used iridescent paint for his eyes, which it's really hard to see in the video, but in person, you can see how his eyes are an iridescent blue. And so this is my painting of Van Gogh's self-portrait. I will be putting this on my website at $308. For this sale through Sunday, it's going to be $154. Any questions on that one? So this is Vincent. I called this one Vincent, Stronger Than You Know. And I've got a quote from him that I have paired with this painting. He said, "It must be good to die in the knowledge that one has done some truthful work, and to know that as a result, one will live on in the memory of at least a few and leave a good example for those who come after." I think he lives on in the memory of more than a few and way more than he ever expected. He has influenced art and the art world in ways that he could have not even guessed. And I just hope somehow he knows that. So the next piece is also my take on a Van Gogh. Okay, here is this one. Of course, this is probably one of the most famous and well-recognized Van Gogh paintings, Starry Night. Now, with this paint, I mean, I love Starry Night. I love the colors. I love the motion in the sky. I wanted to do some experimenting. One, can I paint Starry Night? And also I wanted to experiment a little bit with perspective and having something look like it's coming out of a painting. So I decided to experiment that concept on this piece. And so I added a train. Starry Night doesn't have a train. I added a train in Starry Night, and then I wanted it to look like the train was coming out of the painting, and as it came out of the painting, it became a real train. So I'm going to zoom in on Facebook first, so you can see as the train is exiting the painting, it becomes a real train. Okay, let me zoom in on Instagram. It's opposite. So as the train exits the painting, it becomes a real train. That was my idea behind this, the concept that I was playing with. I also used a lot of texture in this painting. I used some modeling paste in with my acrylic paints, and I'll zoom in and see if maybe you can see. There you can see some of the texture in the sky and in the wind and in the stars. There's a lot of heavy texture in this piece. Here's a good shot of some texture. Yeah, so this is my version of Starry Night with a little bit of experimentation on perspective with the train exiting the painting. And really the coolest part of this is with a lot of my paintings, I try to pair them with a poem or a quote or something. And on this one, I found this quote after I painted it, and it gave me chills when I found this quote from Van Gogh. And this is what he said: "Looking at the stars always makes me dream. Why, I ask myself, why shouldn't the shining dots of the sky be as accessible as the black dots on the map of France? Just as we take the train to get to Tarascon or Rouen, we take death to reach a star." So he wanted to be able to travel the stars as easy as it would be to travel cities on a train. And I just thought that was kind of interesting that I put a train in Starry Night, and then I found this quote about him wanting to travel the stars as easily as he could travel to cities on a train. I read that Van Gogh did not like Starry Night. He wasn't pleased with this painting, and he didn't sign it because he didn't like it. So I did not sign mine either. I signed the back. I didn't sign the front. Because if Van Gogh wasn't happy with Starry Night, then there's no way I did it any better than he did. So just in 13 months after he painted Starry Night is when Van Gogh passed away. So he finally took his trip to a star 13 months after painting Starry Night. So Starry Night, I will be putting it up on my website for $640. For this show, it's on sale for $320. These prices last through Sunday. This is a 16 by 20. It's on a gallery wrapped canvas. All the sides are painted. See how the design continues around the edges? So it does not need framed, although you could frame it if you want to, but it does not need framed. It's wired, it's ready to hang. And this is the original painting. You could get prints, reproductions of this from my website, but with those you would not get the texture that you have on this canvas that you can see and feel. You can even see some of that texture across the top there. Yeah, so this is my Starry Night. It's called Going, Gone, Train to Tarascon. And that comes from the quote that I found by Van Gogh. So I have more pictures and information on this if you click the link in the description of this event on Facebook, or click the link in my bio on Instagram, and then click on the live art show October. Okay? And one more. Okay, this last piece, it's debut. This is Pink Flowers. I was kind of trying something a little different with these flowers. It's a little bit different than what I normally paint. I painted these with a palette knife, so there's a lot of texture on this one as well. And for this show, you get to choose the frame you want. So whoever purchases this one for this show, you get to choose the frame. If this one does not get purchased in this show, then I'm going to choose the frame, and that's the frame that's going to be on it. So if you have strong feelings about this painting and strong feelings about what frame it should have, then you need to jump on this one before this show is over. Okay, here's the piece. I'm going to sit that there, and I'm going to go grab the frames because, of course, I forgot to bring them over here. So 1 second. Okay, this is called Pink Flowers. I love the background on this. I love the colors in it. It's mostly like a turquoise teal, but there's a little purple, there's a little light green, there's a little bits of yellow. There's a misty spray of an iridescent turquoise. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to show both Instagram and Facebook at the same time. But you can see the texture in the flowers and in the leaves. This paint was applied with a palette knife instead of a brush, which is fun to do. But it has its challenges also. If you click the link on these, you can see photographs of the painting and close-ups of the painting as well. This is on a 16 by 20 stretch canvas. It is gallery wrap, but it's only 3/4 of an inch thick, which is why I've got some frames to go on it. And whoever purchases this gets to choose the frame. So let me show you the frame choices. And these are really nice, heavy frames. Let me hold this in here. I really think this would make a nice statement piece for somebody's wall. Okay, here's the first frame. Each frame brings out something different in the painting. So this is, let me get a close-up of the frame. Okay. So that's one frame. Okay, let's take that out of there. And the second frame, here's the second frame. It kind of gives it a different feel. Frames really do make a painting, which is why I want whoever gets this one to have the choice, because really the frame gives it, each frame is beautiful, but it is a different feel to the painting. It brings out different things. People have different decor. Let me zoom in on this one. This one's a darker frame. It doesn't have quite as ornate details on it as the first one. But there's this one. So this painting is going to be going on my website for $870. That includes the frame. If it does go on my website, if no one purchases it in the show, I will choose the frame and it'll go on my website with that frame. Whoever purchases this painting in this show can choose their frame, and the price is only going to be $435. That includes the frame. So this is the original painting. It's a 16 by 20. You've got all the great texture of the palette knife painting, and you get to choose the frame. So again, you've got, oops, nope, got this one backwards. There's your two frame choices. And if you click the link, I have pictures of everything. There's pictures of the painting, close-ups of the painting, and then pictures of the painting in each of the frames too. So you just need to click the link that's in the description. There should be a link in the description of this live on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, you click the link in my bio. It will take you to a link page on my website. The very top button is Live Art Show October. Click on that one and it'll take you to all these pieces that we talked about in today's show. And that is all that I have for you today. My musician never came back. So I guess we have no music today. Let me see if there's any questions over here on the computer. So I just have a hi from my mom. Hi. All right, does anybody have any questions? Anybody on, oh, so if you missed the earlier pieces, you click the link in my bio, you'll be able to see all the pieces. Also, this live gets recorded and I will post it so you can rewatch it. And if you're on my mailing list, we'll also be emailing out a replay of the live also so you can rewatch it. All these sale prices are going to be good through Sunday. So they don't end when I end this live. So you will have till Sunday to decide if you'd like any of these pieces at the sale prices. And on Monday, they will all go to their normal price. So it's a really good chance to maybe get ahead of the curve when it comes to your holiday shopping, or gives you enough time to maybe give someone the nudge if you've seen one that you liked for yourself for the holidays. So that is all I have for you tonight. I want to thank you all for joining. Oh, a time difference problem. Oh, your clocks went back already? Ours don't go back until this weekend. That's interesting, yeah. Our clocks here fall back, I guess when Saturday night, I think is when that happens. Yeah, so we'll fall back Saturday. But yeah, the video will it records and saves and I'll post it. So I've only been on here for about 30 minutes. That's not too bad. I was hoping to have some live music for you, but I don't know where he went. So maybe I should go look for him. Danny, where'd you go? Danny. Come here. I'll let Danny say bye before we leave. Come here, Danny. She's my assistant. She helps me paint a lot of these paintings. Don't you? Here she is. Can you say bye? Thanks for watching. Say thanks for watching. Oh. All right. That's it for tonight, guys. Bye.